Well, we are only 62 days away until the November election, and whether it's on TV or social media, it's impossible to escape politics. But what do you do when your coworkers want to discuss politics? Do you engage or do you try to avoid it altogether? So joining us this morning is Angela Civitella, who is the founder of Intinde. And let's be honest, we could all use this advice right about now, especially with the country so divided. So can you avoid it?
Good morning, and thank you for having me. Unfortunately, there's just no way of avoiding a subject that's in your face wherever you turn. Everything that you look at speaks and screams politics these days, being an election year. And given also all the turmoil that we've been facing in this very difficult 2020. So no, the answer is no, there's no way of avoiding it, but there are ways to manage it. And one way immediately, in the workplace, leaders and company owners should probably establish a policy as to how to handle politics within the workplace, just so that there's some sort of protocol established where generally everyone knows what to talk about and what not to talk about.
What if you have a coworker and you think that you agree with them, you share the same platform, you're possibly voting for the same people, then do you engage?
I don't think so. I would try to stay as PC and try to censor as much as possible, because for every person that agrees with you, there's always someone that doesn't agree with you. So the point is to neutralize topics that can create some sort of chaos and dissension and invite, potential disagreements. That's the last thing you want to do. So, if you're connected to everybody on social media, because we're all online today, try to start censoring some of the topics that you, engage on publicly by maybe changing your settings to, family, friends have a certain foray into your life and coworkers have another.
What you're thinking of is long-term here. Of course, we're wrapped up in the presidential election. Everything, as you mentioned, is political, but further down the line, we might be working with this person closely. We might be doing business with these people. So that's what we're trying to avoid here, right?
That is exactly what we're trying to avoid. I've known, through clients that I coach and just being in business in general, it takes a long time to establish a comfort level where you start discussing sensitive subjects, one of them being politics. And I think there are telltale signs that indicate when that comfort level is attained. But it's a long stretch. It's not immediate. So I would just be vigilant, be politically correct, if I could use that word in this context. And there are people there are your go-to people when it comes to discussing sensitive issues. So try to just segregate a little bit.
So I'm taking it, fact-checking people with all this fake news and conspiracy theories. That's not your best route?
No, it isn't. No, at all. So because we live in an age where we're inundated with so much information, fake information, people coming at you with all kinds of updates, it's not about really delivering the truth anymore. It's about being the first who has some sort of story, some sort of sensationalistic update on something. And most often, if you do the fact checking, it's completely incorrect, and all it does is create chaos and disagreements. So try to avoid that by just tempering and not rushing to conclusions and not thinking that everything that you hear, read, or talk about is necessarily the truth.
Well, great information, and just repeating this again, we could all use it right about now. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too.